Australian court denies Elon Musk's X Corp appeal over regulatory fine. In a high-profile ruling that exemplifies the ongoing tension between technology companies and global regulators, Elon Musk's X Corp, formed after the merging of Twitter into Musk's business empire, has failed to convince the Australian federal court to set aside a significant regulatory fine. The fine, amounting to $417,000, was levied by Australia's E-Safety Commission, a government body tasked with combating online threats such as child sexual abuse material. The Commission's dissatisfaction stemmed from what it deemed to be X Corp's inadequate responses to official inquiries about the platform's content moderation practices. Australia's regulatory body first contacted the then independent Twitter in February 2023, outlining its concerns and expectations regarding the platform's obligations to control the spread of harmful content. However, the transition of Twitter into Musk's X Corp shortly afterward brought a new twist to this regulatory saga. X Corp contended before the federal court that the initial demand had been directed at Twitter, which it argued no longer existed as a standalone entity post-merger, hence negating its obligation to comply. Nevertheless, Justice Michael Wheelahan, presiding over the matter, dismissed this reasoning, emphasizing the continuity of the business and its responsibilities, regardless of the change in corporate structuring. E-Safety Commissioner Julie Inman Grant, who formerly worked at Twitter, hailed the court's decision. Grant highlighted the potential consequences of X Corp's argument going unchecked, which could have allowed companies to evade regulatory responsibilities in Australia merely by restructuring. X Corp's legal defeat in Australia could have broader implications as it echoes similar conflicts in jurisdictions where digital regulation is becoming increasingly stringent. Musk, who has famously declared himself a free speech absolutist, has already slammed proposed Australian laws targeting misinformation. He has also faced resistance in Brazil and the European Union, where regulations are tightening, and pushback grows against the liberties that social media platforms have long enjoyed. In defiance of regulatory scrutiny, Musk continues to advocate for what he perceives as freedom of speech, a stance that came to the fore when X Corp contested a request from Australia's regulator for the global removal of violent content. Although the E-Safety Commission eventually dropped that case, Musk celebrated the outcome as a victory against censorship. The intense scrutiny over X Corp's handling of graphic content discloses not just the frictions within an increasingly fractious tech governance landscape, but also the clashing philosophies surrounding digital speech and civic responsibility. Reflecting the gravity and potential precedent-setting nature of this case, the E-Safety Commission must now proceed with a separate legal action to actually enforce the fine against X Corp, a confirmation that the dispute between national regulators and international tech giants is likely to intensify in the foreseeable future. Thank you for choosing Satori News.